Now, from the area's leader in live local news, this is WYLN News, the area's #1 source of live local news and information in Luzerne, Schuylkill, Carbon, and Columbia counties. WYLN News starts now.
Good evening and thank you for joining us tonight on WYLN News. I'm Gary Perna. We begin tonight in Klein Township, where a person riding a bike was hit with a car on the Clares Road this afternoon. This was the scene just after 2 this afternoon when WYLN arrived on location. Klein Township police were at the scene with state police reconstruction. Klein Township police say the bike was traveling south, and as it was swerving side to side on the road, the driver of the Jeep tried to go around the bicyclist. That's when the bicyclist crashed into the Jeep. McAdoo EMS took the man to an awaiting helicopter at Lehigh Valley Hospital, Hazleton, where he was flown to their Cedar Crest location in Allentown. Police right now say the crash is still under investigation in Klein Township. A man from West Hazleton was arrested by Hazleton police today on child molestation charges. 61-year-old Ralph Simons is now in the Luzerne County Correctional Facility, unable to post bail. According to police, who have been investigating the altercation since May, which was learned that Simons inappropriately touched 2 girls in August of 2010 when they were 4 and 8. He has a preliminary hearing scheduled later this month in Luzerne County. 3 people were arrested and are now facing charges following a fight in Hazleton early Friday morning. Hazleton police say 24-year-old Devon Fleming, 22-year-old Deshaun Murray, and 24-year-old Ashley Williams will face a long list of charges following a fight near Locust and Ford Streets in Hazleton. Police say the trio were part of a group of at least 7 that attacked a man who was driving in the area, who they say hit a car in that area. The driver of the car had to be taken to Lehigh Valley Hospital, Hazleton, for treatment of his injuries. Police say Flemings was found to have 5 vials of suspected crack cocaine and 2 prescription pills on him. Fleming and Murray are in the Luzerne County Correctional Facility. Williams was released on $5,000 bail. A Hazleton man has pled guilty in U.S. District Court to charges of making false statements to a federally licensed firearm dealer. 26-year-old Rayson Nunez was provided false information when buying 3 firearms from Normed Haven Sports Good in the Hanover Township area in February of 2016. A sentencing date has not yet been set. No arrests have been made in a shooting in Luzerne County. Police say a man was found with a gunshot wound early Tuesday morning near the Marion Terrace Apartments in Hanover Township. The 47-year-old would only tell officials that he was shot in the back of the head somewhere between Wilkes-Barre and Hanover Township. He is expected to recover. Anyone with information is asked to contact the Hanover Township Police at Detective Starr at 570-825-1251. Members of the Penn State University fraternity charged in connection with the death of a pledge after a night of hazing and drinking are scheduled to go to trial early next year. A Center County judge set aside 20 days for the trial involving 21 members of the now closed Beta Theta Pi fraternity starting February 6, 2019. Defendants are accused of hazing, reckless endangering, and other offenses after the death of 19-year-old pledge Timothy Piazza of New Jersey. Coming up on WYLN News, we stop by Camp Cadet here in our area, and a local nonprofit is looking for a new home. But first, let's take a look at your 7-day forecast here on WYLN. Tomorrow, mostly sunny skies, a high 81, another nice day. Friday, partly cloudy skies, a high of 84, another nice day as we head into our weekend. Saturday, looking mostly cloudy. We'll be right back.
S.J. Kowalski is your Mitsubishi Diamond Contractor. They can install a Mitsubishi electric Mr. Slim ductless heating and cooling system. Mr. Slim systems are designed to make any living space in your home inviting. You can have a different temperature control for every room in your home. The money-saving technology can save you 25 to 50% on your heating bill. For Mitsubishi, Renai, and trained comfort specialists, call S.J. Kowalski at 570-455-2600.
It's okay that everybody ignores me when I drive. It's fine, because I get a safe driving bonus check every 6 months I'm accident-free. Because I don't use my cell phone when I'm driving, even though my family does and leaves me all alone. Here's something else. I don't share it with Mom. Right, Mom? I have a brand new putter you don't even know about. It's awesome.
Safe driving bonus checks only from Allstate. Switching to Allstate is worth it.
Visit your local Allstate agent, the McNeilis Agency in Hazleton at 1092 North Church Street, or in Hometown the Hometown Village Square.
Chur's Auto Sales has been serving the area with quality vehicles since 1954. Chur's Auto Sales is known as your friendly dealer and now in their 4th generation and voted the best used car dealer by the readers of Standard Speaker Choice Awards. John Chur would like to thank everyone that voted for his business. When you need a quality pre-owned vehicle, choose from a large selection at Chur's 570-454-7229.
The city of Hazleton will start a paving project on Laurel Street and will look at 2 other streets as well this summer. Mayor Jeff Cassett saying the city will use some state multimodal transportation funds to pave 3 streets and work on sidewalks and do some other upgrades. On Laurel Street, between Diamond Avenue and 8th Street, they'll be paving along with getting some updated handicap accessible ramps as well on the sidewalks. The city will also pay for the project with part of a state liquid fuels money and federal community development block grant funding. The city will also apply for grant money for Wyoming Street project that will run from Spruce to Holly Streets, and a project on Alter Street that will run between Diamond Avenue and 6th Streets in the city of Hazleton. The Pennsylvania State Police Camp Cadet Troop N program is in full swing this week at Penn State in Hazleton. Our Julie Stefanovich stopped by to observe some of the activities that were going on today.
Now in its 3rd decade, the Pennsylvania State Police Troop N Camp Cadet allows young men and women ages 12 to 15 to learn about the police training program. The camp focuses on teamwork, discipline, and self-esteem by using hands-on lessons that the cadets learn throughout the week-long program.
We have a SWAT vehicle that Pocono Mountain Regional has brought up for us. They'll be insinuating that they're police officers on traffic stops to understand the danger that is involved in traffic stops and how fast something can evolve from just a simple disabled motorist into something possibly more than that. We have a canine demonstration going on for them, also courtesy of Pocono Mountain Regional, and our Troop Forensics Services Unit has put together a crime scene for them to try to piece together what happened, as well as teach them some aspects of taking fingerprints off different types of objects.
The camp was created to build relationship between young people and law enforcement.
Say most time individuals come across us, young people I should say, it might be in a situation where they're at their house because they've been a victim of a burglary or a traffic stop or a traffic collision. This gives them the opportunity to interact with us and see us as people. And we get the experience of seeing them overcome challenges, their own personal challenges.
Cadets not only learn from the instructors, they also support each other and learn from one another.
I've met a lot of people, they're all great. Like, it's not like, high school or anything where people are like mean to each other. We work well as a team, we're all one. I've been learning a lot of things. Forensic sciences, about the Secret Service, this rotation traffic stops. We've been learning to push ourselves, definitely. We've been learning to work together.
Junior counselors are in hand to help cadets achieve their goals.
Someone in there that truly understands, we understand what they've gone through, but we're also the individuals putting them through that. These individuals have gone through that same thing, waking up in the morning, running, squaring corners. So they're that go-between. They're the people that can give them that inner confidence, say, I know what you're dealing with, I've been there, and you can do this. And I think that's a valuable resource for not just us, but for the kids to have, that person they could turn to that understands exactly what they're going through.
Camp Cadet runs until Friday, where it will commence with the graduation ceremony at 6 p.m. in the Thomas Cassis Gymnasium. Reporting for WYLN News, I'm Julie Stefanovich.
Always a great program they put on. Well, SAFE is in need to relocate it after a tornado hit Wilkes-Barre Township in June. Now the nonprofit is hoping you can help. WYLN's Julia Wiegand has more.
Supporting Autism and Families Everywhere, or SAFE, needs to relocate after their main office was devastated by the tornado on June 13th in Wilkes-Barre. The local 501c3 nonprofit is currently located at 275 Mundy Street.
For us, it's more of a tearjerker when we go up there knowing, where we were before the storm, and we thought that maybe we might be able to get back in the building, but it seems like the building is not going to make it, and now we have to look at moving.
SAFE is looking to the community for help so that they may continue to serve the ever-growing autism population.
The biggest problem right now is the interruption. The kids really, look forward to coming to these programs, and when they don't get those programs, they don't understand why they're not there, and then they lose out something that they can't usually get in another location. So it's really important to give them something to look forward to.
SAFE supports families affected by autism spectrum disorder, or ASD. The organization provides families and members with support and information pertaining to the latest techniques, therapies, and available programs.
We've been around since 1995, so we've been in Wilkes-Barre 20-something years, and I happen to have an autistic son myself, and this is the same organization that reached out to me and my family with open arms and really helped us and changed our lives, and that's what gave me the passion to want to help others.
It also provides opportunities for those living with ASD to overcome social barriers and enjoy activities outside their homes.
And that's the thing, if we're not there, the newly diagnosed families, they don't have anywhere to go. Because I didn't have anywhere to go. I have a 4-year-old that has autism, and there was nowhere for me to turn for a support group. And then I found SAFE. And as soon as I walked in the door, I knew I had found the right place. If that isn't there for new families, they don't have anywhere else to go. So that's heartbreaking.
SAFE's goal is to help people with autism live full and independent lives. The organization would be forever grateful for help finding a permanent home via office space at a reduced rate by donations or gifts in kind. Help SAFE continue to help the kids through programs and events that are vital to the autism population. More information on SAFE can be found on their website, www.autismsafe.org, or shoot them an email at safeoffice@autismsafe.org. Reporting from Wilkes-Barre for Wyln News, I'm Julia Wiegand.
Thank you, Julia. Coming up on Shenandoah Heights News Choice and Community and You, we're talking about a car and truck show that's coming up. Plus, we stop by at Hillside SPCA for this week's update. But first, let's take a look at today's winning midday lottery numbers. Good luck if you played, everyone. Stay with us.
Pocono Raceway is summertime, where the whole crew's invited, where fans become friends, where good times roll, and the racing is always a little tricky. Bring your friends, bring your family, just bring it, Pocono style.
Serve the Lord, Singing for Joy, the CD by the Sisters of Holy Annunciation Monastery, can be yours for just $13, which includes shipping and tax. Mail a check to Holy Annunciation Monastery, 430 West County Road in Sugarloaf, Pennsylvania, or call 570-788-1205. This 10-song CD can be yours for just $13.
Welcome to Community and You here on Wyln, everyone. I'm Gary Perna. I'm very pleased to have Ron and Tom with me from the Hazleton Rotary, and we're here to talk about, well, we're going to talk a little bit about the Hazleton Wine and Beer Festival, but we're really here to talk about a new kind of event going on within the Wine and Beer Festival. We're adding a car and truck show, and Ron, I want to start with you. The event will be on Saturday, August 25th. Out at the Babe Ruth Fields in Hazel Township, where the Wine and Beer Festival has been for a little while. And this year you guys decided to add a car show with it. So what led you to that decision?
Well, we're always trying to build up our attendance. And of course, the more attendance we have, the more money we make towards our service projects, all the Rotary service projects. So between Tom and I asked Tom about getting the connection to a car cruise. Let's add it on. Let's attract more people up there. And it's been working so far. Last year, we limited it to 21 and over as far as people, because of the wine and the beer and all that. This year, we're opening up to the public. And a good way of doing that is bringing the car crews in, bringing entertainment in, and hopefully to attract a lot more people. You know.
And this is a great event, and Rotary has so many projects throughout the year that, thanks to everyone who comes out to events like the Wine and Beer Festival, can benefit from. So Tom, I want to ask you, getting the cars and the trucks involved and getting all this together, I know the Wine and Beer Festival is a big event, now adding all this on top of it. So what can we expect to see this year?
This should be a great event for Rotary and the Wine and Beer Festival. We could see as many as 50 to 100 vintage cars, Camaros, all different types of cars from old to new, and from all over. We expect people to come from as far away as Berks County, Schuylkill County, Luzerne, Lackawanna, and it's going to be a great event. There is a $10 charge for registration when they come in. There will be a judging. There will be trophies, first, second, and third place. So when the cars are there, the people attending the Wine and Beer Festival will in fact vote on the first, second, and third place cars.
Wonderful. So, and it's all part of a great event. Now, Ron, with the car show going on, we also just want to talk a little bit about the Wine and Beer Festival. So if people want to learn more about the Wine and Beer Festival part of it, to get tickets and do stuff like that, how can they do so?
Well, we have about 5 or 6 wineries coming, and so many beer vendors are going to be out there just for sampling. You can get tickets on our website. It's called hazeltonrotary.ticketleap.com.
Okay.
You can actually get them $5 cheaper. It's $25 at the gate, $20 online. We're for the younger crowd, between 13 and 20, we're only charging $5 for them to come in. We just ask people or the person's 18 and younger if they be accompanied by an adult.
Okay.
You know, we have to be very careful about it because of underage drinking.
Right.
But they're going to get wristbands on it. Certain wristbands are going to be 21 and over. That's how we're going to monitor it.
Okay.
You know, we're going to be on top of it. We really were.
So really, in years past, if you've been to the Hazelton Wine and Beer Festival, you'll have some great entertainment. Ostrich Hat and Cartoon will be there. There will be some food, some tricky trace, of course, craft beers and wine and all that good stuff that we love about it. That will be going on Saturday, August 25th from 11 to 6. It's rain or shine, but we're hoping for some nice 80 degrees warm weather.
Absolutely.
Not sticky and hot, just nice and warm weather.
Perfect weather.
Perfect weather for you.
We like the cars to be parked before 10:30 in the morning.
Okay.
You know, they just can't, because the festival actually starts at 11 o'clock, but we need to park and get all the vendors in and everything else and get it all situated so we're ready to go at 11 o'clock.
All right, wonderful. Okay. A lot going on. We'll have more about the Wine and Beer Festival coming up later on here on WYLN News. Gentlemen, thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you.
And thanks for joining us here on Community News. We'll see you next time here on WYLN.
All Care Home Care, providing quality in home care since 1986. Call and see how their team of licensed physical therapists, skilled nurses, speech, and occupational therapists can provide you with exceptional service in the comfort of your own home. They also offer dietitian, home health aide, and medical social worker services. You have a choice in your health care. For safe, friendly, qualified care, call All Care Home Care today and let their team begin taking care of you and your loved ones.
The 34th Annual Benton Frontier Days and Championship Rodeo, July 17th through the 22nd. Bull riding, calf roping, bareback bronc riding, and more. Tuesday is the Fun Horse Show. Wednesday is 3D barrel riding. Thursday through Saturday is Championship Rodeo, and don't miss Bull-A-Rama Sunday. The show starts at 7:30. Entertainment starts at 5. Vendors, crafts, and great tasting food. The Benton Rodeo, Route 487 in Benton. Come early, stay late. For more information, go to bentonrodeo.com.
In reference to a dog being lost or a cat, we do go out and take care of cats too. Typically, we try to get out there as soon as possible. We remind people what's important to do. And those types of things are: don't chase the animal, don't run after the animal, don't drive your car behind the animal, because that's only going to force the animal to go further. What you want to try to do is keep the area quiet. You want to utilize food. And if you do see the animal, sit down. Sit down, don't make eye contact, kind of get their attention to come to you. If it's a socialized dog and it's your dogs, most times they will come back. However, if they don't, dogs go into what's called a survival mode. And that means that they're running to survive. Most dogs, when they do escape, no matter where they're at, they will stay within the radius of where they escaped from, if they're not chased or flushed. So that's why it's very important not to have everybody and their uncle go out and start calling an animal. You want the dog to have a quiet area so they feel safe enough to come back to get the food, which is, ideally you have a food station set up at your home or close. If the dog does not return in a couple of hours, then you need to get your posters out. Basic information only, because you don't want people out calling the dog, because if a dog is running scared, voices, even familiar voices, are going to really send the dog further. You can encounter all kinds of wildlife when you're out doing a rescue. I've already come up against a bear, to which I've politely backed down the mountain. Often the last rescue I did was on a treacherous mountain, so there was a lot of cliffs and rocks, so physically it can be dangerous and taxing, but it can also be dangerous with the dog, who is in a survival mode and probably extremely fearful. And then also, if I make a wrong move when I'm doing a rescue, I can flush the dog out into a danger zone, because they're that driven by fear and surviving that often they make mistakes that they normally wouldn't make. So again, that's why you try to keep everything even keel and quiet, and setting up food stations to get them to come back in, and and then set up your humane traps. It can be a precarious situation sometimes with the animals. I've taken a couple of behavior courses with animals, so I feel have a little bit of knowledge. I'm always open to learning more, and I think that's important because animals are ever changing and ever evolving. But from my take and from my learning experiences, it's always best to, again, a calm environment. It's kind of hard in a shelter, but not overstimulating the dogs, not forcing them to sit with people or sit on people or walk on a leash. It's kind of allowing them the time to just take in the environment and adjust to that first. And then working gradually to coming to the people, having little tidbits coming to the staff, gently petting, reaching out, holding your hand out. Again, no sudden movements. And again, playing by the rules of the dog, because if a dog thinks it through and feels secure, they're going to react more appropriately and come around quicker.
The National Wildlife Federation today certified a new wildlife habitat in Butler Township today. The NWF, America's largest wildlife conservation education organization, announced that Whole Life Center in Drums successfully created a certified wildlife habitat through its garden for wildlife programs, as you're seeing the unveiling today here in Drums. Now, this certification does help.
To help out all the different wildlife by adding food, water, shelter, and places to raise young. So those were the 4 parameters that we met to get the certification.
NWF's Garden for Wildlife program encourages responsible gardening that helps pollinators and other wildlife thrive, as well as planting with native species like milkweed, and discourages chemical pesticide use.
Life. So we have 3 chiropractors, a massage therapist on board, another massage therapist who runs nutrition, hypnotherapy. So there's all different ways you can help your body be more alive and functional and happy. And we do this for little kids, babies, newborns, to the oldest of people here, and making sure that the very end of their life is healthy and happy as much as it can be as well.
For more information on the program, that can be found at www.nwf.org/habitat. All right, that is a look at today's news. Stay with us. A look at the weather is next here. Paula's back with you tomorrow. We'll see you later.
At Grand Central, our family has been supplying your family with quality brand name furniture, mattresses, and appliances for over 3 generations. Whether you choose from our excellent selection of Lazy Boy, Catnapper, or England furniture, or from our fantastic selection of Sealy and Stearns & Foster mattresses, we guarantee total comfort in every room of your home.
With expert advice, everyday low prices, plus interest-free financing for up to 60 months.
From our family to your family.
Grand Central in Hazleton. Everything to make your house a home.
For over 25 years, Whitetail Preserve Shooting Range, 118 Boulevard Road, Bloomsburg, has provided professionally designed skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields. All stations are handicapped accessible with resident NRA certified shooting instructors on site. There are packages available to fit anyone's budget. Restaurant and catering on site. Our facility is also available for weddings, business meetings, bachelor and private parties. Call 570-384-2314.
You're watching Monomoy City's Choice. for news, weather, and live local sports. WYLN, we're your local network.